Hello everyone, Ron here from RJJ's Reactions, and it's time to get stressed out. Well, let's hope not. I hope you're not too stressed out, but we're going to be listening to Stressed Out by 21 Pilots. It's the next track on the Blurry Face album that I'm working through. I have heard this song before. I think it would be pretty hard not to have heard this song at some point because it was everywhere for a long time. So I have heard it, but I haven't slowed down, listened to it carefully, and looked at the lyrics carefully. So that's the difference between hearing a song in the background and looking more carefully at the lyrics. So we'll look at the lyrics after we've listened to the song. I'm sure most of you will recognize this song. Maybe you haven't seen the video, I'm not sure. Now, I had some complaints on one of my videos. It wasn't a 21 Pilots video, it was one of my other ones that my face was covering up some of the video. Other people didn't like it when it was really small, so we're trying to hit a compromise here. And I also have to put words over the 21 Pilots to get so that they don't get blocked, most of them anyway. So it's probably going to be more or less blocked out, but I always put a link to the original video or the channel that it comes from in the pinned comment, so you can always go and watch it there if you don't want to look at my hideous face. All right, here we go. 21 Pilots, Stressed Out.
I wish I found some better sounds no one's ever heard. I wish I had a better voice that sang some better words. I wish I found some chords in an order that is new. I wish I didn't have to rhyme every time I sang. I was told when I get older all my fears would shrink, but now I'm insecure and I care what people think.
My name's Blurry Face and I care what you think. My name's Blurry Face and I care what you think.
Okay, it's a great sound to start off with, and Tyler's voice, you know, he's sort of questioning it here maybe, or doubting it, but he's got an amazing voice, and they do amazing rhymes, and you don't always have to rhyme anyway, but the lyrics are popping up here, but we'll look at the lyrics separately anyway. Yeah, great handshake. I'd never remember all that probably. I guess if you did it often enough, you'd become second nature or automatic, but it's kind of cool to see between the two of them. And the bike, you know, that's pretty awesome too. The big wheel, I guess it is for big boys.
Wish we could turn back time to the good old days when the mama sang us to sleep, but now we're stressed out. Wish we could turn back time to the good old days when the mama sang us to sleep, but now we're stressed out. We're stressed out. Sometimes a certain smell will take me back to when I was young. How come I'm never able to identify where it's coming from? I'd make a candle out of it if I ever found it. Try to sell it, never sell out of it. I'd probably only sell one. Maybe to my brother, cause we have the same nose, same clothes, homegrown, a stone's throw from a creek we used to roam. But it would remind us of when nothing really mattered. Out of student loans and treehouse homes, we all would take the ladder. My name's Blurry Face.
I'm not sure Josh is agreeing with him there, sort of going like this, but yeah, it's fun to, they're sort of reminiscing, but also with the big wheels and the little juice things, and you know, visiting each other's homes, sitting on the curb, things like that. So they're sort of replaying their childhood when they were young, much younger. I don't know if Josh and Tyler knew each other when they were that young, but you know, if they were best friends or brothers or whatever, yeah.
And I care what you think. My name's Blurry Face and I care what you think. Wish we could turn back time to the good old days when the mama sang us to sleep, but now we're stressed out. Wish we could turn back time to the good old days when the mama sang us to sleep, but now we're stressed out. names. We would build a rocket ship and then we'd fly it far away. Used to dream of outer space, but now they're laughing at the face, saying, wake up, you need to make money. Yeah. We used to play pretend, give each other different names. We would build a rocket ship and then we'd fly it far away. Used to dream of outer space, but now they're laughing at the face, saying, wake up, you need to make money. Yeah. Wish we could turn back time to the good old days, when the mama sang us to sleep, but now we're stressed out. Wish we could.
Well, that was pretty cool, having the sisters and mothers and brothers and fathers, sort of the whole family, or two families, I guess, included in there. So, yeah, that was kind of cool. Let's back up a little bit here.
Wish we could turn back time to the good old days, when the mama sang us to sleep, but now we're stressed out. Wish we could turn back time to the good old days, when the mama sang us to sleep, but now we're stressed out.
Used to play pretend bunny. We used to play pretend, wake up, you need the money. Used to play pretend bunny. We used to play pretend, wake up, you need the money. Used to play pretend, give each other different names. We would build a rocket ship and then we fly far away. Used to dream of outer space, but now they're laughing at the face, saying, wake up, you need to make money. Yeah.
Yeah. Stop there before the advertisements come up. Yeah, it was very cool that they included the family, because they were talking about their childhood and growing up and having to grow up and make money and everything. So they included the mothers and fathers and sisters and brothers. That made sense for the video, right? But it's also kind of cool that they were able to do that. I imagine the families, really enjoyed that piece. I know that the lyrics were coming up. I should have seen it. And the closed captioning might have been on automatically for some reason. I should have shut it off. But there you go. I'm a little bit short on time today. I'm just glancing up at the clock. So we'll move on to the lyrics now, and I'll speak more specifically about the lyrics. I do love the song. I've heard it before, as I said, so it wasn't brand new to me. But I do like it. It's got a good beat, and Josh was going wild a little bit there on the drums in the house, and it was really good. And then at the end, of course, he's got the contacts and the different voice. So I'm guessing that's the other side of him. That's the internal struggle that he's sort of talked about before, that he's working on. And then there's some doubt in here. So let's have a look at the lyrics now. Stressed Out by 21 Pilots, written by Tyler Joseph, as usual, which is great. I wish I found some better sounds no one's ever heard. I wish I had a better voice that sang some better words. I wish I found some chords in an order that is new. I wish I didn't have to rhyme every time I sang. And then I was told when I get older all my fears would shrink, but now I'm insecure and I care what people think. So, he, like most people, he's doubting himself. He's second guessing himself. He's wondering, am I good enough? We all have this feeling of being a fraud sometimes, and it can be quite dangerous. Actually, I know. I don't know them personally, but I know of people who've dropped out of university or who've quit their jobs because they got into that deep despair that they weren't good at what they were doing, and they couldn't pull themselves out of it. Tyler and Josh are exceptionally good at what they're doing, but sometimes people who are the best, or one of the best at what they're doing, are the ones with the biggest doubts as well, because it's crushing. Everyone's telling you how wonderful you are, and you kind of start to doubt that, to not believe it. So there's a balance there. Obviously, you don't want to get a swollen head, but you don't want to be down on yourself either. He sings really well, so he doesn't need a better voice. He's got an amazing voice, in my opinion. And the way they write their songs, and the beats and the rhyme schemes, it's kind of funny because they're so good. So how can you ever doubt that? Part of this is just artistry, of course, but part of it may be truly times. There are probably times when he really doubts it. And of course, we see usually the finished product, not all the hard work and not all the crappy bits and pieces that didn't work. So that's where you run into doubt. Can I come up with another good song? This just sounds bad, right? So I can see that being the case. My name's Blurryface, and I care what you think. So I'm thinking that's the darker side of him or the other side of him. I'm not sure about that because why would Blurryface care what you think? Yeah, he cares what he thinks, right? Wish we could turn back time. Yeah, to the good old days. Yeah, I don't believe in the good old days. I thought the good old days were bad old days. But a lot of people think about their childhood or being younger as good old days when our mama sang us to sleep, but now we're stressed out. Yeah, well, we do get stressed as we get older too. But sometimes young people are really stressed as well. I'm just skipping down because some of these we've already seen. Sometimes a certain smell will take me back to when I was young. Yeah, there are certain smells that it just clicks. You remember uh, where you were or who you were with, or there's certain things that will click in your mind and remind you of your childhood or whatever. How come I'm never able to identify where it's coming from? I'd make a candle out of it if I ever found it, try to sell it, never sell out of it. I'd probably only sell one. It'd be to my brother because we have the same nose, same clothes, homegrown, a stone's throw from a creek we used to roam. So the same experiences, right? So maybe your brother is the only one who wants to be reminded of those fun experiences down by the creek or whatever, or the crick, depending on where you're from. But yeah, we used to play around the creek all the time, or down by the pond, wandering around in the countryside. So yes, that makes sense. Remember, so he's reminiscing about being young, but it would remind us of when nothing really mattered. Out of student loans and treehouse homes, we all would take the ladder. So a little play on words there, the ladder, ladder, to the treehouse. Um, yeah, and I think was that when Josh sort of questioned that? Yeah, maybe not. Yeah, I don't know. Wish we could turn back time to the good old days. Yeah, okay, we've done that. When our mama sang us to sleep. I don't really remember my mother doing that, but she was a good mom. Used to play pretend, give each other different names. We would build a rocket ship and then we'd fly it far away. So all the dreams, all the ideas that you had when you were young, used to dream of outer space, but now they're laughing at our face saying, wake up, you need to make money. Yeah, exactly. As you get older, okay, it was fun and cute when you were little, but come on now, you're not going to be an astronaut or whatever. You got to get your act together and start making money, buddy. And that can be stressful for sure because now the onus is on you, right? Before, yeah, certain things might go wrong, but it was really up to your parents to make it work, right? They're the ones who had to pay the bills and take care of all that. Now it's all on you and it's on your shoulders. So it does get stressful in that way. It does get more stressful on you for sure. We used to play pretend, used to play pretend money. We used to play pretend, wake up, you need the money. So now the flip from, we used to pretend play and play with pretend money, but now you have to wake up, get out of that dream, get out of that childhood, start to really make the real money, the true money, pay your own bills. And then he's talking about dreaming of outer space, and yeah, so it's the same, but it's very, very, very good lyrics. Yeah, fun lyrics, and but also a bit of a serious message in there too. The self-doubt and the stress of trying to be a grown-up, trying to be responsible, trying to do the right things, wondering if you are doing the right things, wondering if you're good enough. It's all in there, but it's in a pretty fun song, and the 21 Pilots tends to do that. They tend to have some very upbeat beats and rhymes and music, but the message can be darker sometimes, can be a lot darker than this one even, but this one's got a mix of kind of fun reminiscing about being a child and also kind of joking around a little bit about being an adult and having to take on these responsibilities. All right, I really liked it. Like as I say, it wasn't brand new to me, but I really do like this song. It's probably not my favorite song of theirs overall that I've heard so far, but it is a very good song. It just was played a lot for a while, so but now I could listen to it over and over again probably, along with the others. All right, let me know who else you would like to hear from, and we'll continue, of course, with the Blurryface. And somebody mentioned a song from their first album, which maybe that's where I should have started. I don't know, but I might sneak that one in at some point too. Pantaloon, I think it was. I did write it down, otherwise I will forget these things. Let me know. It's Ron from RJJ's Reactions. In the meantime, keep listening, keep having fun. Bye bye for now.